that will Mikey pick. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the AMC Livecast. My name's Mike. I'm the Scale Model Outlaw, and below me is my awesome co-host,
Jason from Klein Race Car Designs.
And of course, to my immediate, what is that, my left, my right? What, he went that way. That guy. Our awesome producer.
I'm Bruce from Bruce's Eclectic-World. I get to push the buttons.
Yeah. That's because I'm not allowed. I'm not a very good button pusher. I'm not allowed to do it. I'll have you talking into a Bootyaka Pisai. Remember that commercial back in the day for Fiji?
Oh, God.
Bootyaka Pisai.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody in the chat. Chat's already rolling. Got Stout Creations is in there. Chat's in there. Elliot, Scale Effect. Tiff, Road Cinderella. Some guy named Bruce from Bruce's Eclectic-World.
Hey, Gloria.
Hi, Gloria.
Sam.
Yes.
Chris, Sam, I hope to see you guys at Southlands next weekend. I'm looking forward to that show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not carrying anything in the way of models, but I am going to be there should get there Friday night and leave out Sunday morning.
Cool. Hey, Chet.
TJ's in there.
Oh, yeah. TJ. Yerba.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome. Of course, our moderator there, Mr. Joe, is in the house.
He's in the house. Watch your tongue. He'll boot you out.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta behave.
Gotta be a good boy, right?
I sent a picture the other day, and he was like, "God dang it! There's more dusters in my bag." So,
yeah, I got that same picture.
Hey, Ryan, how's it going?
What's up? Frank. What's up, Frankie? Villains, scoundrels, and miscreants. Yes, that covers all the bases right there. Frankie got them all.
Frankie got them all.
He never misses.
He never misses. Nope.
Hi, Mars.
And never short on words. Yeah. What's up, Mars? Long time no see, buddy. Good to see you.
Mars, yep.
Earthlings, that's my favorite saying too, Mars. Greetings, Earthlings.
Greetings, Earthlings.
Yeah.
Nanu.
Or the Captain Kirk reference in some of your emails.
Yeah. We have 1 in 10,000 chances. We must take it. I change that every once in a while. Yeah. I got a whole list.
The only Star Trek quote I always remember is to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, so here's the question. How come there's always people there when you get there?
I don't know. I never know. Patrick Stewart, he's the one that said it.
That's funny.
Two calls in the house.
Yep. Mr. Taylor. That's awesome. Really rolling in there.
That's it. Did you guys have a good week? Anything exciting going on this week in y'all's worlds?
Actually got quite a bit of bench time in.
Did you?
We were talking about that behind the camera. I'm getting some stuff done on the Demon. I got a few more things done on the Dart, so that was cool. And of course, working on the Challenger here in the background, getting that ready for Mopars in the Park this weekend. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
You got anything you want to show, or is it all over on the other bench, or?
No, it's all on the other bench. Demon's getting ready to get primed. Bruce has already got his painted.
Really, yeah. Bruce is becoming the overachiever now.
Oh yeah, Bruce is the overachiever. My luck. I think Joe's is in primer, right, Bruce?
I think it is.
Yeah. So
And the
I got,
boss is in
I got
the
some
chat.
catching up to do. Yep. Boss is in there. Hey, Elliot. Hey, King Bob.
Bob's in
Hi,
there.
King Bob.
But
Awesome.
yeah, so I'm sure there'll be they got a model show at this car show too. So then there'll be a couple vendors there selling models. So we'll scour through his stash and see what we can find.
I bet you'll find a Mopar or two.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. I will.
That's kind of why I'm going. Well, not kind of. That's the sole reason I'm going to the Southland show, is just to go check out the vendors, and of course, hopefully, run into guys like Sam and Chris, and people that I know. But for sure, that's my biggest motivation to go. And with work being what it's been, I've been going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting home at 9 o'clock at night. I'm ready to take a half a day off and go somewhere and relax for a couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see what Rick Zink put? Bruce's poor beard has been amputated.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That is awesome, Papa Z.
Wait a minute. There's more.
Zoom. You got to run over by the lawnmower.
Yeah. Got in fight with the lawnmower.
That's it.
Got in fight with tree limb. Got tired of getting stuck.
Look at what Joe put.
Off with your head.
Jason won't buy any A-body Mopars, and I'm a male model.
Thank you, Brenda.
Looks good, Bruce.
Are you hitting on my producer?
Hey, look at her right in front of you. She's not even hiding that, man.
All you got to do is trim your hair and you get that women folk.
I trimmed it. See, you can't get it any more trim than that.
That's Ricochet rabbit trimmed right there, buddy.
Oh, well. Hey, she's laughing. She likes it.
Yeah. She likes one of us.
Yeah, well.
She likes one of y'all and she's married to the other one.
Yep.
That's the way that goes.
Yep, Bruce is looking fit and trim.
That's it.
Well, yeah, my doctor says I'm not very trim.
Papa Z said you need to be more careful with the weed whacker.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Donnie told me to put my hat back on.
I get that one.
Big Joe say, my eyes.
Blind you.
I don't have a hat on today because I got busy, forgot. So there it is.
What's up, Billy Strange?
Hey, Billy.
Hi, Billy. Well, so much fun this is. We probably ought to do our shout outs.
Yes, we probably should do our shout outs. Thank God for Bruce and the whole organized thing.
Timekeeper.
Get
your alarm set
there. That's it.
For $29.99.
That's it. Whenever you're ready, Bruce.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was reading comments.
Thank you. Please don't take your hat off. Too late. Battleborn.
Who's this one?
Battleborn Hobbies.
Oh,
that's not me. That's not me.
I thought this.
Not that that's not a great channel. I'm subscribed.
Yeah.
To
So did I load the wrong one? Anyway, maybe I did.
Maybe he loaded the wrong one. Either way, it's a great channel. I can't think
it's a great channel. Everybody need to go over and subscribe.
What's more like subscribe? There we go. There's a new guy on. He's only done like half a dozen videos, model building and retirement. His channel's growing really fast. He's only been on for a few weeks, and he's already up to like 1,700 subs. But what I like is he's basically, his story is kind of like most of ours. Did them as a kid, got out of the hobby, got involved with the T's and T's, and made a career, raised his family. Now he's getting back into the hobby. But what I really like is he does a lot of basic stuff. Is showing you what some of the new stuff that's out and how to use it. He did one with some black wash where he used some more expensive products, and people left him some comments telling him, hey, try this, try that. and he was willing to go back and say, hey, you know what? I used this product and I used that product that was a little bit less money, and it worked just as good. So I really like the fact that he's open to a lot of new stuff. And like I said, he is on fire. Who said that? Mike's Mods and Custom. He is on fire. That dude is 4 or 5 weeks out of the box, and he's 1,800 subs. Ken?
Yeah. That's funny, Joe. One thing this show won't be sponsored by is a shampoo company.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Hair products for men.
That's how we spend money on models, because we don't buy shampoo.
Exactly.
Maybe Rogaine with minoxidil, but not shampoo.
And this was mine. I think I got Jason's confused.
Okay.
This was supposed to be the first one, I think. So anyway, this was mine. So the other one had to be, the first one had to be Jason's. I don't know. Anyhow, this is Shaggy.
Shaggy's.
AWWSM Garage. I forget what that's an acronym for, but
it says anything with wheel scale models is the
there you go.
AWWSM. But I like how that's like it almost says awesome.
Awesome, really. And how I found him is he sent me a request for a shop card.
Nice.
So I have not got that out in the mail yet, Shaggy, but I will. And the fun fact is I worked with a guy at Walmart. They could pass the twins, and his nickname was Shaggy.
There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of uncanny on Shaggy. What you doing, Shaggy? You gonna start a YouTube channel? Not the same Shaggy. He does a lot of good stuff. So run over and give a like, share, subscribe, everybody, along with everybody else that we just showed. Right or wrong.
I haven't seen that channel before, so I'll have to check him out.
Let's see. Paul over Styrene Relics gave him a shout out for a shop card, or my shop card, and that's how he contacted me, was through Paul.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. So, yeah,
that's how that whole circle worked, anyway.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Really cool.
So I think I misinterpreted Jason's shout out. I think it was supposed to have been the main screen, not the little one that I was looking at. Oops.
Yeah, it was Larry's.
Larry's. Well, you can give him a shout out now.
We'll just do it next week or the week after.
They're telling me, and I didn't know that. They're telling me that Shaggy is the president of PAMS. PAMS is the group that puts on the show PAMSCon, which will be at the end of next month that I'll be going to. That's one of my favorite shows. I did not know that Shaggy was part of that. That's cool to know.
Yeah, he's a Florida boy, is what Sam's saying.
Florida. No Florida, Kevin. No Florida.
Yeah, he is in Florida.
Yeah. Yep. Apparently he's with
Pasadena.
Oh, okay. He says Chris says not the same PAMS, Mike. Okay, so it's a different PAMS. PAMS is Pasco or Pinellas something auto modelers something, but maybe it's a different PAMS. Pensacola, Florida. Okay, that would be definitely.
Yeah. Sam just confirmed that.
Yeah.
Panhandle area.
I got the card and the envelope and everything made out. I just haven't signed it and stamped it.
Well, it's weird because that's
Area Model Society.
Yeah, then PAMS, the PAMS Con, which is it's not Pasco. It might be Pasco Auto Modeler Society. So they've had the same acronym, just obviously at two different parts of the state.
Interesting.
That's weird that one of them. I know that PAMS Con is an IPMS thing. Maybe that one up there isn't, or maybe IPMS doesn't pay attention to, like, y'all got the same name type thing. I don't know how that works.
Who knows? Who knows?
I have no copyright in it.
So do you think you get some coverage of that show then?
I'll definitely get coverage of PAMSCon, and because that's one of my favorite shows. It's very much like Jack's Con. It's a little bit smaller, maybe 500, 600 tops on the tables, and a lot of cool people come out there. Tom and all of them come to PAMSCon. So my plan is to definitely get coverage of both shows. and it'll probably be the show coming up the 7th, which is basically next weekend, not the weekend coming, but the following. I'm not bringing any kits to that show, so that should give me some more time to get some good coverage. So
Cool.
I'm hoping to get some really good coverage out of both of them. The PAMSCon is at the end of the month, like 21st, something like that.
That's funny, Elliot.
Planes, kidding. IPMS is doing like it, yeah. Planes and armor, yeah. They're getting better. In my experience, anyway, they're getting better. There was an old Gatekeepers crew back in the day, but I feel like the IPMS is getting better.
Good, I have a chance.
Sam says good to have a chance. Sam, I've seen your builds. You got a much better chance than you think.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Especially his stock cars, man. They're beautiful.
Amazing. They are. Yeah. They rock.
Yep.
Yep, they really do.
He's pretty close to Mark up there.
I've had the pleasure of seeing his stuff in person, and he does very, very good work.
That's good to hear, Rick.
Yeah, it is true that they keep growing. Some of the bigger some of the bigger IPMS shows, they're talking about that they're having to every year they're having to make more and more room for car modelers.
That's good.
It's good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Elliot just said too. The SAC show that Billy Strange helped promote had a excellent amount of automotive entries, so that's really good to hear.
Where I'm at here in Central Florida, I've said it before, but there's a huge retirement community, not just one, but several in my immediate area. And, the clubs are, I don't want to say primarily, but they're primarily armor and aircraft guys. They're open armed to the car guys, but these are all guys that were like in World War II or worked on the airplanes or worked on the tanks, or they have a connection to them. But as the shows go or the meetings go, my apologies. The cars, it seems like every week there's more cars on there. And we got this young guy in there now that's bringing in a lot of dioramas and a lot of Gundam stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Get them people in there.
Hey Ryan, if you go this year at all, let me know, and I might make the trip too. So I'd love to go to an IPMS show and just see the variety, like what Ryan's talking about. So
there is that's the one cool thing. Again, I'm like most of y'all in that you can appreciate something even if it's not something you would want to build, but you can appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
I saw one, and I forget who built it, but it was, and Bruce, you can walk me through this. What was the big Star Wars dude that had two legs and like a big capsule? It was like guns that shot out the front of it, and he was like white.
Oh, the Walker.
Walkers.
Okay.
They had a name, but they're walkers. Yeah.
There was a guy that I saw at JaxCon had taken a early 60s Volkswagen bus and replaced the cockpit, I guess, for lack of better terms, whatever that cockpit is.
Yeah.
Put the bus in there. And dude, you wouldn't know the way he did it. You wouldn't know that it wasn't a model that he put together. You couldn't see any hack, there was no hacking and whacking. It was really, really cool.
I've seen several versions of people doing things like that.
There we go.
It's really cool.
The ATST is what it's called.
Yeah. I knew it had a name.
Throbbing brain always, the internet throbbing brain is always going to have an answer.
What is it that Mr. BG says? The comments will always correct you.
Yep. Nordercon.
No matter how right you are, you get corrected.
You get corrected. Yeah.
Yeah. Please send me that information, Ryan. That'd be cool.
Speaking of Mr. BG, I saw where he's giving up his Facebook page.
Yep.
Got a lot going on with his new job, and he's giving it up. So I think
let's face it, the Facebook thing can be quite toxic too.
They can. Yeah, that's real talk. It can be toxic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to hand it off to somebody that was interested, but I don't have the time. But somebody said, and I know she's in here. Tiffany, did you pick that up? Yes, she did. She
Yeah.
took over as admin of BG's page. Good for you, Tiff.
Good for you, Tiff. Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I can't
So
blame
is it still the same name then, or is it? Did you change the name, Tiff?
I'm working away.
Yeah, I hear you, Mike. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and then of course Paul did one too now. So
She said she didn't change the name. Cool. Before the show. Just good call, Elliot. You're right. And then it gets really toxic.
Oh, Elliot.
Star Wars Walker is on my list. But yeah, that guy that did that one with the Volkswagen in it, it was really cool, man. It was just.
Well,
I can see right now there'd be a cell phone stuck in on the
I was just gonna say the king of customizing just said that Star Wars Walker's on his list, so we can only imagine what he's gonna do with it. So can't wait to see it, Mars.
Me either.
But circling back to that topic of IPMS and there was so many cool things, the aircraft, and they do these little diorama tells a story, and a vignette is like a snapshot. If I remember, that's what they told me. So a vignette is like a condensed version of a diorama, where a diorama tells the whole story. The vignette is kind of like a snapshot. But the way they do that stuff, the little vignettes and the dioramas, and I saw one, and again, I don't know much about them, but it was a submarine that was 4 to 5 foot long. It was a huge submarine. And it was like underwater. They did it where it was underwater and had this glass case thing. It was all the detail on it, and the ships. I forget who I was talking to. It might have been, I think it was Rob Rev from Insanity. If you want to talk about people that can build and have a steady hand, look at those shipbuilders. Those guys are doing, I think, in my personal opinion, I think those are the most talented builders in this hobby is those guys. The stuff that they do, and the little chains and the
ropes and the cables,
ropes and not just the ropes, but the ropes with the correct knots for an anchor, or a correct knot for a sail, or these guys are talented.
And then you got to look at too the timelines. I mean, that's a long build.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a long build. So. Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin. Grandpa Mark is the voice of modeling. He's got a great radio DJ voice.
Right.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
You get him and Billy in the same room, and it's like Wonder Twins unite.
Yeah,
no kidding. I never thought of that.
Yes, please do what Mike says, everybody. Smash that like button. 38 are in here. 10 likes. So.
Thank you.
Right now, I'm showing 38. There was 40, and then it popped down to 38.
Yeah, 38 too. Yeah.
There he is, Mr. Grandpa Mark. He's blushing.
Of course, Billy, he's laughing.
He is. Those guys they'd be radio gold, those two.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Then add Frank for comedy. Yeah.
That would be an awesome trio.
He got those two awesome radio voices, and then here comes Frankie, right, with that glass shattering screech that he calls it.
Yeah, but the thing is Frankie would have them guys laughing so much they wouldn't get nothing in said.
How do you not laugh at that guy? Frank is right. He is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That guy.
So what have you been working on, Mikey?
I'm still trying to get this 71 dart done. I think I said it last week. The light's at the end of the tunnel. The chassis is pretty much complete. Just got the rotors on it. I'm putting the tires together now. It's pretty much a stock kit. with one of Josh. Oh, right, here we go.
Hold up again, please.
Let me get the glare out, man. So it's all good, but there it is.
That's looking good.
It's got the VCG small block Mopar motor in it, 340, I would imagine. I'm working on the drive shaft now, and got the rotors on there, but it's all kit stuff, and a lot of petty blue. There's a lot of petty blue in there.
And who is the petty blue from?
Petty blue from our awesome friend, Mr. Jameson at scalefinishes.com. But there's the body for it.
Nice.
I just did paint the hood and the deck lid. I'll get the decals on it. And last but not least,
hey, Steve.
These are the tires for it with the 5-on-5s, little Hoosier treads. Do want to give a shout out. They're not a sponsor or whatever, but they're got good products. Splash Paint, rubber black.
Nice.
First time I used it, really like it. It's more you can scuff it up. I did one on a test. You can scuff it up to make it look like a used tire. That one's fresh paint, no clear coat or nothing. But you can scuff up the tread and make it look like a used tire, or you can leave it that shinier black. But I know a lot of guys go back and forth about tire that looks used, tire that looks new. This one, if you ever look at a race car tire, typically the outs, because they only go, even on NASCARs, they only go, 150 miles? So the outside looks brand new unless it blows, but that's the tread that's all wore off of it. So you hit that, scuff that up a little bit, and it'll knock that shine off of it, and works really good. But it laid down really nice straight out of the bottle. So Splash Rubber Black is a thumbs up from the old Outlaw.
Awesome. Yep, never tried any of the splash paints before.
Me either.
That's the only one I got. I'll be honest with you. It's the only one I got. It was gifted to me to try, and I recommend it. I've always been a Tamiya guy. Tamiya Rubber Black, had good luck with it, and this one lays down really well as well.
I know some people use the
Matthew
Mr. Hobby primer. They just use the Mr. Hobby primer on the tires too, the black.
Yep.
Because it's got a nice matte finish as well. So
it does. I use that for a lot of chassis. There's Matthew from Model Car Videos. What's up, Matthew?
Hey, Matthew, how's it going?
But yeah, did you see Jason's Blazer build? Jason Hanscom's Blazer build?
No.
He did the Mr. Finisher's 1500 black and put a clear coat over it. Dude, that is a beautiful black. And then of course the top, the top would have been a fiberglass top, and it's hard to get that shine. So he just did the right out of he didn't clear coat the top, so it gives it still black, but it gives it that little bit of contrast to throw it off. Look, dude, it looks really, really good.
That's cool.
Yeah, he used Matthew. I think he used your Super Swamper tires on it, I believe. But put the Super Swampers on it. It looks really cool. He loves that kit. It's that new one from Revell from the Stranger Things. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that truck.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Ryan. Have fun on the walk.
Bye, Ryan.
But, yep, I use Splash Rubber Black. Billy says he uses Splash Rubber Black, too. So that's my first time using it. Yeah, Matthew said it was. But,
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the nice thing with doing, rubber type stuff. There's many ways to skin that cat.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. But
yeah, that's cool. Have to look into that Splash one.
And they're price wise, they're going to be right in the same category because they come in a little 2 ounce. I think it's a 2 ounce bottle. He's going to be right in the same price category as everybody else. I picked it up. Somebody gave me a bottle, and then I picked up another bottle at Acme because he came up there during Acme, and I wanted to support him. And I know he's got good paints, but I just, with everything, when you're dealing with Mr. Jameson, it's hard to buy paint from anybody else because he's got all the colors you need, he's got everything you need, and now I've become very accustomed to his paints and how they behave, and it's almost as much habit now. The MCW stuff is great for sure, But this is just one of those ones.
Hey, Leon.
There he is. What's up, Mr. Leon?
Yeah, that's cool. I think Ted uses a lot of splash paints too. Yeah. What's the other one that a lot of people were using? Not splash.
Let's see. There's splash. I do it on the NASCAR Terrace.
Not Turbo Dark. There was another one that everybody was
Splash, AMC
had really good candy colors.
Is it Tropical Glitz?
Tropical Glitz.
Yeah, they're out of Florida. Again, my opinion. If you're looking for a factory color, if you're trying to match, your 71 CUDA or whatever, you probably would be better off at an MCW or of course scalefinishes.com. But if you're building a hot rod and you want something really flaky or really bright, that yellow I used for the USAC car that I haven't got done yet, that's a Tropical Glitz paint. But they got a lot of really cool, like aftermarket, again, my opinion, really cool aftermarket colors, a lot of flake stuff, a lot of different pearls that you can mix in. But I do love their paint. It's one of those ones where you don't even there's no flash time in between where you got to lay down a coat and bake it or basically, but I mean, you can't douche it on there, but at the same time, you put a coat on, set it down, 5 minutes later, pick it back up, hit it again and keep layering it until you get it to where you want it. And, but it's Justin told me exactly what it was, but it's some sort of, it's an automotive based paint, but it's like a new wave. It's not an enamel and it's not a lacquer, but it's not
a polyurethane.
Maybe that's the word I'm looking for, polyurethane. So, and even Tom uses Old Tom turned me onto it as well. And he's like, dude, I just layer it on there. And Kevin's got the best paint ever.
Kevin.
Best paint ever. How can you beat old Rust Oleum?
Your model won't rust.
That's it.
No,
it won't rust.
You can set it outside for years and it'll never rust.
It'll be perfect. Yes.
It'll be perfect.
That's it. That is it. Be sure and use the Rust Oleum clear too.
Yes.
You'll never get a cracking look from anything like that, but it's like ice when you smash it with a hammer.
Highlight Billy's comment there, Brucey.
Hang on a second. I was somewhere else.
Yep. That works very well. They actually make a one of the hobby companies, and I don't know which one, but they make a adapter that goes on the end of your drill to do that. It's basically two rubber cones, right? That
I've seen an even where there are two aluminum cones too.
Oh, aluminum! I've seen the rubber ones. They're two, so they're opposite each other, and then you kind of put it in there so it fits whatever size diameter, and then you spin it. But I'm with Billy. I'll just take a socket that fits inside of it, or make a roll of tape a little bit around the socket, put it in there, and then take my sandpaper and scuff thread down.
I have a bunch of rubber anvils that you squeeze, but Matthew says he's got some on his site too. Somebody else, I think Chris said that Matthew had them on his site too. Now he's got some tools on there.
That's cool, man.
That's sponsor time.
30-minute mark. Yep, I was just going to say that, Bercy.
Well, roll that beautiful bean footage.
We got to pay some bills, everybody. We got to pay
bills, guys. Got to pay bills.
I'm just going to run all of them.
Run them all.
Run them all.
Run them all.
go.
Hey, we should host another group build sponsored by the podcast.
Sure, but it needs to be a race car this time.
Yeah, something that can race on asphalt or dirt.
And night and different types of weather. That would be pretty cool.
And can fly.
Wait, what?
What you talking about, BG?
Hey, I got it. Rally cars.
Yes.
What date should we run the build for?
How about January 31st? It can start and go to December 31st. That's a good amount of time.
Sure, I can work with that.
Okay, but I gotta say, I'm a little concerned about the defying gravity thing. I haven't had much luck in that lately.
Join the Scale Model Car Podcast 2025 Rally Cool Rally Car Group Build and build that rally car model kit that's been sitting on your shelf ever since you brought it home from the hobby store and said, I'm gonna build that one day, because now is your chance.
And I'm going to ad lib, and we got one more.
One more.
One more. Oh, we got one more, don't we?
They will have some news. Okay.
Good.
I want to remind everybody that we are doing our first annual breast cancer awareness 24-hour group build, October 11th, 2025, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. That'll run in conjunction with Bob's Model Works, Chris Cortell Annual Cancer Awareness Group Build, which runs from October 1st to October 31st. A link is in the description for that one, so check that out too and sign up for his. Also in the description is a link to the GoFundMe page I set up for the American Cancer Society. We're going to take donations the whole time we're building, and you can start now if you want. But all the proceeds are going to the American Cancer Society, so any help you can give would be greatly appreciated.
Awesome. And like I said, I want to throw one ad lib in there because he's supporting us in the chat. MCV products. Y'all go check out MCV products as well. If he supports us, and we definitely support him. Him and Josh and Iceman. In my personal opinion, I call them the big three. And collectively, they all produce really awesome stuff. So
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll also remind everyone that Josh and Chris is doing the Facebook pro-treating everything.
And everything. Let's get it right.
I wasn't going to use that part, okay? And yeah, Matt Modeler is also having his 48-hour group build July 11th through the 13th. Starts at 8 p.m. and ends at 8 p.m.
Right.
Yep, that's right.
I
got to
got
mark that down.
made for those eventually. Slacker.
For those of us that were involved last year in the different Discords and the different StreamYards, I did speak to Matt, or AKA Lucas C, on Sunday, and he was going to get with Craig and find out if they needed a spillover channel or whatever. He was going to, if need be, they're going to open up their Discord. I know that last year we were on the Scale Model Car Podcast Discord, or what was it? Their Discord? I think it might have been their StreamYard.
No, it was a Discord, wasn't it?
It could be. I can't remember.
It was a Discord, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Matt put a comment in there already, and I think he did comment on Craig's Facebook page or post about they were going to be in conjunction with it again this year. So that's really good. Yeah.
Because I know that his page, Craig's page, gets like really busy. So
yeah. And it was good. Like I said, if it's anything like what the turkey shoot was, that's going to be a real fun time, everybody. So
absolutely
get your stuff set up for the Discord so you can get in there and shoot the breeze with all the guys as you build. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And those of you that have never dealt with Discord or don't know how to get there, first and foremost, it's free. There's no charge. There's no charging for it, and it's not something that you have to download into your phone or your computer or nothing. You can, but you can just go to. I can't speak for Modeler because I'm not sure how he's doing it, but if you want to get involved with the Scale Model Car Podcast Discord, just go to their YouTube channel, and it's in the description. Click on that; it'll take you straight to it. Easy peasy. If this non-button pushing guy can figure it out, y'all can figure it out.
Yep. And I think Luca might have a link on the Lucas C page on Facebook too for their Discord.
It's also in our description. So
Okay, there you go. That's in our description as well. That is, I saw him in here a little while ago, Billy Strange. That will mark our year anniversary that we met. It also marks the year anniversary that I met Frank, and Frank from Frank's Model Works, and it marks the year anniversary that I met Matt from Lucas C. So
that's awesome.
We're gonna have our own little anniversary party.
No, shut up, Bruce.
Right, I know, right? You guys want to go ahead and talk about the changes that we're fixing to make, or you want to wait?
We're just going to do that. So we have a little announcement. Starting next week, we will not be on Thursday for the next 3 months. We're going to do what we're going to call summer schedule, and we're going to go every other week. So June 5th, we will not be on, but we will be back on June 12th, and we're going to do that for June, July, and August because I have a lot going on. It's going to give time for Brucey to do some upgrades to the show and get stuff kind of laid out for future episodes. And of course, Mikey's working further away, so he's literally running into the door as we're trying to get the show going.
And sitting down.
Yeah. So, and you can tell Mikey is pretty exhausted. So,
well, it's a lot easier for me once every other week to say, "Hey guys, I need to go ahead and get out of here." I can plan it a little better. And Jason, I know that your schedule is, with your racing and everything. And let's face it, it's summertime. We all got things we got to get done, and it's
family stuff to do, whatever, Yeah.
And then, but we will be back, of course, in time to really start pushing. When we come back, I say come back. When we get back to our regular schedule,
September,
we'll really be pushing the Acme show because all three of us are going to be there for the Acme show. And we'll get excited for that. And I know it'll seem like, look at Bruce. It'll seem like we just get back on the air when it'll be almost time, ready to go up there. So I'm excited about that as well. But, everybody's got their thing they got to do. And summertime, right, you guys? Especially those of you. See, for me, summertime's year round. It's either hot or just hot.
Not here.
Those of you that deal with snow all winter long, can't go outside. Yeah, you want your Thursdays to go do something, even if it's wrong.
I agree with you, Joe.
Mow grass, trim weeds, and trim bushes, and all that awesome outside stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I know for some of us that maybe the ones that are retired and not as busy as Bruce is, it sucks. I know, guys. We definitely, but the longer we have to plan for a show, the more creative stuff, or maybe even the more guests that we get. Who knows? You never know.
Yep, we definitely got some stuff in the works. I know me and Mikey and Bruce have all talked about it this week. We've got 3 people that we're really itching to get on. We basically have one confirmed that we're going to have Mikey reach out and set up a date with that gentleman, and then we'll probably have 2 for sure confirmed, but there's more coming for sure. We're not leaving the show. We're not. Yeah, it kind of dies. YouTube kind of dies down in the summer a little bit, and everybody's got stuff to do. And we're gonna pick right back up in first part of September, and hit it hard as you're coming into the fall of the year. Everybody's back to their benches more, and it's just gonna be more enjoyable for everybody. So,
absolutely. It'll be a good time. Everybody have fun and get a chance to do some stuff. And yeah, my hour and a half drive to work, an hour and a half drive home from work. That sucks. But literally, we had a meeting this morning, and they opened up another 200 acres. So I'm probably going to be there for at least another year. I'm like, man, I need to buy a house down there instead of driving back and forth.
Yeah.
But that's part of the work. I do construction and site development, and you got to go where the dirt's at. I got to go where the dirt's at.
That's what I was telling Bruce before you got on tonight, was that, these next 3 months your schedule might change again, as far as where you're at, and your drive might be shorter, It
could be. It's subject to change. They put what they need where they need them, we're just, I mean, don't get me wrong, they take good care of me at my job, but at the same time, if they're behind somewhere and they need more help, they'll call me on my way to work. Don't go to Lecanto because you're going to wherever. They need you and your machine over there to get them caught up. So you're absolutely right. I go where they tell me.
Yep. Yeah. So hopefully, and when we come off our little every other week break deal, that your schedule will be a little bit more comfortable for you to get home and sit down and relax before you have to get on camera and breathe. And
yeah, the eyeballs get heavy after a while. I leave my house. I mean, we all have our own stories, right? We all do what we got to do to make things happen. But I leave the house at 5 o'clock. I get home.
Night, Johnny.
Normally on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I get home at 9:30. And then Thursdays, I've been trying to. Well, I ended up doing the traveling from work to home last week, which was kind of fun. It was kind of different, and I had a little fun doing that. Most of these guys up here.
See you later, Elliot. Have a good day at work.
It's the same idea down here, Joe. Our company is, pretty good sized company, so they've got like 4 or 5 transports. But yeah, you just never know, right? If my job gets ahead of the curve, or they can make a draw, they're behind somewhere. They could tell me from day to day where I'm going. I never know.
Yep.
But that's what makes it exciting. Some guys can go to work every day, and I'll use a car builder, a guy that works at a Ford or a Chevrolet, and he can stamp out the same piece of steel all day, every day, and stand in the same place. And that there's nothing wrong with that, dude. You know what time you got to be to work. You know what time you're going to get home, and you can schedule around it. My schedule is not like that, and I wouldn't want it. Me personally, I wouldn't want it to be like that.
See you later, Mars.
Thanks, Mars.
Yeah, they're right. That's right, Joe. Yep. That's another gentleman I think we talked about too. Was Chuck.
Yep. Need to reach out to him. Got a couple of them.
I agree with you, Steve. Work is overrated.
It is that.
We're not all as lucky as Bruce.
It does get in the way of your fun time, that's for sure.
Bruce just loves rubbing it in. He'll message me 6, 7 in the morning. Oh, yeah, I'm eating my coffee and I'm at my bench. Oh, sorry.
All right, I'll text him at noontime. Hey, what you doing? I'm having lunch at the bench.
Yeah, I'm eating corn dogs.
Breakfast on a stick.
I'm eating racetrack hamburgers and dirt. That's what I have for lunch.
Oh, good old gut wagons. You can't live without them.
Oh no, long story, but when I was doing this before, and I've kind of touched on it before, the guys that I work with now, we all work together at a different place. I ended up marrying the girl from the Roach Coach, and I will never make that mistake again.
You married the chick from the Roach Coach?
I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was one of those deals where, God said, come get your brains in aisle 5. I thought he said trains and got on the first thing smoking and left town.
Wow.
Yeah, I had one of those jobs, TJ, 7 on, 7 off, and I didn't care for it.
Kevin, I did catch that. That was quite entertaining how you were rotating your camera, and it was pretty funny.
No, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Sam, that was the only thing she didn't ask for was change. She wanted the paper money and everything else that went along with it. She didn't want the change. She let me keep the silver and the pennies. She just took the dollar bills and the $100 bills.
She wanted credit card. She took credit card too.
She did take credit card very well. She was very good with a credit card. She knew exactly how to evacuate a checking account. Ricky says, "Wow, Mike, that's more revelation than any of your hats." Yeah, there you go. My second wife was the Roach Coach chick. There you go.
Yeah.
My third wife doesn't exist though, because I'm not getting married again ever.
No, I figured twice is enough too.
Once is enough.
I added up my mother's and my biological father's marriages and my mother's marriages. I figured between the two of them, they have 11. I'm like, yeah, no. Apparently married.
Your parents?
Between my two parents, between my mother and my biological father. My mother's been married 4 times, and my biological father has the rest. But
wow.
Apparently my wife picker's broken. I say there's nothing wrong with them. It's my wife picker because they seem like really cool chicks until I marry them, and then they become something different. But this isn't a counseling. This is a modeling thing, not a counseling thing.
Yes, right. Where are we going with this?
Sam's like, I feel a nickname coming. Let's go, fellas.
I was just reading that.
The most expensive meatball sub with a Coke ever. That's the Roach Coach.
Welcome to the Roach Coach channel. I'm your host, Mike.
It was funny because construction site, right? So she'd show up and the guys would be all standing around for ever. And I'm like, you guys got to get back to work. And then it was me standing around the truck for. I was like, I said, never mind. That's a whole nother thing that I got to pay for. That's a special kind of counseling.
You don't suck, Kevin. You just got to practice more. Get online more often with those fellas. So,
yeah.
I heard the other night you were on one of the other lives and you were showing a bunch of guys your model builds. So that's awesome. Do that stuff, man.
I used to do it on Brian's every now and then, or somebody else. Could have been somebody else.
He said 43 years, no change of parole. Listen, I've got friends that have been a few that have been married since high school, and I don't know how they do it. Good for them. Hats off to them.
That's me. Right after Votech, I've been with the same one. So, Joe, 24 years on Take Two. That's pretty good.
Frank says he's hosting. Frank's Model Works is hosting his first and only group build, the Roach Coach group build.
I'll put Mikey in on for that.
No. You know what though? If
challenge it, no AMC's allowed.
Oh. If Frank was to host that, our great sponsor over at Josh at VCG Resins would sell a whole bunch of those hats.
And pizzas and burgers and what other knickknacks he can print off. So
that's it. That's it. Oh. So yeah, every other week. I think that's the big announcement for this week is we're going to go to that every other week thing. And everybody, I mean, like I said, it'd be a good refresher for everybody, and we got our things to do. And
yeah,
I'm hoping starting next month, looking at the finances, and I'm finally going to get. Last weekend, I borrowed the skid steer from work and was able to do the dirt work out back. Talked to my superintendent today. Should be able to get 2 loads of lime rock between now and the first of next month, and I'll borrow the skid steer again, level that off, and bring in my new building, which is going to be the hobby room / studio, and move all the stuff out there. Certainly we'll be doing videos and all that, but I got to get it here, get it anchored down, and then run all the electrical and finish off the inside so it's not an oven in there. And hopefully by the end of summer, I'll be able to have my bedroom back and have a new hobby room, which will be exciting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm looking at I had to give up on the 16 wides because if I bring a 16 wide in here, because I'm looking at those pre-made wooden buildings with a little porch on the front and that sort of thing. And if I do that, then I got to take down half of my fence to get it in here. And I'm like, that's just too much pain in the butt. So trading the width for the length, I was going to go with a 16 by 20. I think I'm going to go with a 12 by 40 or 36 or something like that. And give me a little bit more length, but it'll be a little bit narrower, but make up for it in the distance.
So you building it, or are you buying one of the pre-built?
I'll buy one of the pre-built ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's where they just drop it off.
They just drop it off, anchor it down. Here in Florida, with the hurricanes and stuff, they have to anchor it down. They do all that. It's all part of it. and I can I probably won't finance it, but or maybe finance some of it, not all of it. But they have a whole, finance package and all that stuff, and they're neat. I mean, they're good little buildings, and the one I'm looking at has a loft at each end, so I'm gonna set that up to where a little storage up there. Probably put a nice pull out in there, so if Jason or Bruce or the other Jason decide to come to Florida and hang out, I got a cool place for them to hang their hat, and they don't have to get a motel room.
Cool. That's his way. That's his way of trying to get me to come down and do the air conditioning in it.
You smarter than I thought. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. Chuck, you've been retired for a year now. Best job ever, I bet.
It gets busier, Chuck. Trust me.
I work outside.
That's cool, Gloria. I didn't know that you were into that.
Oh, that's cool. Same here, Gloria. I spend most of my time on a Cat D5, and I run a small crew. We've got 4 haul trucks, an excavator, a roller, and myself, and one guy on the pan. But I'm with you, Gloria. I run whatever needs to be run for that day, but I try to stay as close to that D5 as I can because it's got air conditioning and my Bluetooth works, and I can listen. Can't comment, but I can listen to all y'all's videos in there too. I listen. I'm sure you guys do the same thing at work. I listen to a lot of videos and kind of watch a lot of videos, but I can't comment because then I got to stop and comment or whatever, and then I get in trouble. But we are definitely listening to your guys' stuff out there.
Yep. For sure.
That's correct, Kevin. It is Friday.
For me, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. We are leaving early in the morning, so it's Friday.
Frank, I work in manholes all day. I said what I said.
Yeah.
Thanks for the picture.
He was looking for a file to print the Roach Coach deal. Group build.
Maybe we can talk to Chris and get him to make us one.
Right. That'll be the thing. It'll be somebody's going to come up with a Roach Coach type. What would you call that? Like a bed or like a service bed type thing.
Hey, somebody wants to print a Roach Coach bed. I'll make a drag truck out of it.
That's what I was thinking.
Everything.
I'll do another Pro Street.
Yep.
Look at Frank. Frank's already looked. Nothing on
cold season.
Well, damn.
Somebody better call Andre. Somebody call Andre.
Yeah.
That's funny. And Frank, I'm telling you right now, Frank and I are working on doing a little collab on our personal channels. If you send me a Roach Coach, I'm not doing my part of our little collab.
Come on, Frank. Roach Coach.
Roach Coach.
You know, if anybody can find it, Frank will find it.
Oh, he will.
Oh, Frankie.
If it exists, he'll find it.
He's texting James Testers right now. Hey, do you know where I can find a Roach Coach?
He might know too.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of testers, did you guys who all tuned in to see Jason Hanscom and Frankie, for that matter, on their show? I saw it, I rerun it, but it was pretty cool, man. James Tester himself, I believe, was in Japan.
Yeah, I did see the video of that Testers had posted some from a big convention down there, so that was kind of cool.
But I believe it was the 16th. I'm recording a video tomorrow to announce the Roach Coach group.
I'm tuned in. Everybody go over there and ring the bell for Frank's Model Works.
Exactly.
There's a big announcement coming out tomorrow.
If you guys hadn't noticed, I'm sensing a trend here. Last week it was the White Trash Pacer Racing.
Oh, we were trying to inspire you.
You did. You inspired me. I'm waiting
Frank helping out.
I'm waiting for Josh to get a mysterious pizza box from Josh and have a hitch in it. I'm waiting for that to show up.
Warriors, like, I'll be looking for that video.
The road
Sam's in.
Fans in. Trucks in.
Amazon has a few roach coach kits. I almost got one.
But I'm not going to tell you anything about the roach coach driver. If you guys do a roach coach build, other than she was female, you guys got to figure out can you imagine what she looked like? I can tell you, the only hint I'm going to give you is yes, she absolutely lived in a trailer park.
Oh,
she absolutely
89 pounds soaking wet.
You're on the right track, Jason. 50 pounds of that was tattoo ink.
Yeah.
That was done in the living room.
I'm surprised she got married. She probably had boyfriends at every stop.
She probably did.
Oh man,
that's painful.
Diamond tread plate. There you go.
Don't
go there, Mike. Don't put a nickel in me like that.
I think I put 25 cents in. I'm gonna overpaid.
And she had all her teeth. She kept them in a jar in the bathroom.
False teeth, uppers and lowers. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. False teeth, uppers and lowers.
Nickel slot.
I'll let your imagination run wild with you, but yes.
Now we know why there was a marriage.
This show went the wrong direction all of a sudden.
This show took a turn for the worse.
It went that way.
Lot lizard figures. Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, Lady and Germs.
She had heart of gold. It was stolen.
It wasn't her. She got it from somebody. She literally had run over her husband with a car.
Groy.
She did it for the husband before me. She ran him over with her car. Was on probation when I'm telling you. My people called her. My family called her Trailer Trash. Her last name was. Well, her name was Trish, but they called her Triple T. Trailer Trash Trish.
Triple T. Oh boy.
Yep.
Not
the highest point in my life.
Can't make you step up, folks.
No, it's all true. It's all true. Again, normally I pay for this type of counseling. But it's the support from the model community that just makes me feel better. Until Frank shows up. Frank shows up with a tattooed up chick lot lizard to use.
You watch if Frank is on it right now. I guarantee he's gonna do a figurine and he's gonna have it ready just in case he ever meets you at a model show and he's gonna say, "Hey, look at what I made for you."
Uh-huh. This is for you.
100% right, buddy. That subject changed quickly, didn't it? Sam says I'm well loved. Yeah, I can tell. It is Frankie, you're right. It is my own fault. It is my own fault. You make bad choices. Yeah, you're right, Drew. It's funny I can laugh at it today, but back then it wasn't. Yeah, no, it wasn't pretty. But it's funny now.
Well, that's what we're here for, is for everybody to learn from our own mistakes.
We try to teach you our modeling mistakes so you don't make those, and now we're teaching you life lessons. Never marry the roach coach.
This is a rounded show.
Right?
Yeah, don't marry the roach coach.
I don't know.
Go to the Hooters store and marry that one.
The convenience store girl? Yeah, she's usually better. But then you can always get your products from VCG resins and MCV products.
Files from Scale Speed Garage.
Get your files from Scale Speed Garage. Be sure and get involved in the. Yes, I am changing the subject.
Yes, Frank, we agree with that.
That's the damn truth, Frank. That is the damn truth. You just can't let Frankie know about them.
Night, Mark.
Good night, Mark.
So I know now what Sunday's topic is going to be about. It's not what I write down. It's going to be what Frankie brings up on Sunday.
Hey, Red, how's it going?
Make sure everybody watch Mikey's show on Sunday. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because I don't even think Jason Hanscom knows about that. So when Frankie starts telling that story, Jason's going to be all ears.
Yeah, I agree, Steve. We all have.
Yes. Yep. Again, Steve agreed.
Nashville, Tennessee.
So what upcoming builds?
Watching, no comment.
It's going to be insane. What upcoming builds are you all working on? Again, Mike trying to change the subject.
Hey, I'm finishing my USAC build. I'm finishing last year's Street Machine build, and I'm working on the Buddy build, which is the Demon. So
see, I'm right in the same boat. I said earlier that the Dart's coming down to the end of its deal, then the USAC build, and then working on that Pro Stock effing everything. And then
I'm doing that too.
Yeah, and then I'm going to get in on that the one from Coast to Coast for the 32 Ford.
Oh, I forgot all about that one.
The USAC build is very, very close. I just had to put. Oh, I'm sorry. Before the 32 Ford, I'm on the same boat as you. I got to finish up my Street Machine build for Jason.
Yep.
And then to the 32. But the USAC is very, very close. I just had to put it in the back burner for the Dart. And meanwhile, I'm kind of keeping the Pro Stock every effing thing as my side chick, because there's a lot of custom stuff going on there. So as I'm working on something, paint's drying, or I get a little bogged down, I'll work on that other one. And it's actually coming along really nice. A lot of custom stuff. I wouldn't call it scratch building as much as I would call it. There's a little teeny tiny bit of scratch building in there, but a lot of it's modifications.
3D printed stuff, though.
Yeah, a lot of 3D printed chassis, 3D printed NASCAR type roll cage, and then kit bash out of an old dragster. And Jason, you would be familiar with these. You know the roll cage that the old dragsters had that was like right around the seat. And
funny car cage.
Yeah, funny car type cage. I took one of those out of one of my old junkyard ones and kind of connected everything together, made it its own, and put the seat in there. So excited about it. It's coming along pretty soon. Okay, Mike, it's your friend Frank.
I'm not even going to put that on the screen.
Lizard ex-wife. Okay. Listen. Oh no. Do we all know what that reference is?
No.
I do. We'll talk about that after the show.
So I have a question for the both of you, because this is something that I thought about. So these couple builds that we just talked about that I have, you have the same ones, Mikey. Now, being we're all going to Acme, the thing that I really want to get them done for is Acme. But this is what I'm contemplating: is do I just debut them at Acme and then do a video after Acme on the builds? Just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of keep them under wraps, display them at Acme, and then do a video on them. You know what I mean?
Bruce, have you finished your USAC build? The USAC build, have you finished yours and done a video on it?
I've not done the final video on it, and no, it's not done, but it's waiting for the final video.
Okay, so we're kind of all. I'm in the same boat as you, Jason, in that it'll be done for then.
Yes,
I'm on board with Jason. We reveal them together, show them side by side at Acme, and then maybe do some video from there. Then do the finale. Take it home. Take that video home with us.
We can get pictures of all, even after the show or before the show, do pictures of all three of our cars, on just the table. And then
I would be 100% on board with that. That'd be very good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So then same with my Street Machine. I know yours isn't done, Mike. Is yours done, Bruce?
I'm not doing a video.
Oh, you didn't do the Street Machine last year?
No.
Oh, okay. So then me and Mike, we could take pictures of our street machines because I want that one done too.
That falls right in line with my plans is to have the USAC and the street machine done by then.
Yeah.
So if that, yeah, definitely, I would be very cool with that. In a perfect world, both the Pacers and the street machine and the USAC dart will be done, but I don't see that happening. The dart and the street machine build, I don't see any reason why they won't be done. But to have
you'll have that one there done too.
The petty car will be done for sure. Yeah, that one's actually hoping to go to PamsCon with me at the end of June.
Okay. Yeah, Joe, talking about the buddy build, Joe, I know you're in that with us. My plan is to have the demon there. We know Bruce will have his demon there. So, yeah. So the demon, we could do that too. If you're going, Bruce, and you could have a picture of all three of them together too. So.
I just got a notification from another group text from Jason Hanscom. I couldn't read it all. It just says, ha, 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 holy crap. But he didn't say crap. I think Frank might have either Jason's watching behind the scenes or Frank may have made a phone call.
I think Frank is doing some soul searching on roach coaches. And,
He's putting out all his feelers.
He'll have some sort of print going in the next few hours.
Yeah, I can see it now. But talking just a little bit of Frankie, said that Frank and I are doing a little bit of collaboration. Jason, I know I talked to you. Did you have a chance to talk to Bruce?
Yes, on the individuals. Yes. Yeah.
You want to go ahead and
we're all a go. We're all a go. Yep.
My good friend Frank for Frank's Model Works and myself on our personal channels are going to do a little collaboration, and we are Frank actually more than me, to be completely honest, is working with a couple different file creators. Is that the right terminology? File creators?
Designers.
File designers, and we have one that Frank is working with, and we're going to get with, and maybe we got to hammer out the dates yet, but we're going to get one of the Colts file creators, Maddie, MCS. Is that right?
MCS. Yep.
Maddie from MCS. Frank is good friends with him, works with him a bunch. And hey, Bruce, how you doing?
I was typing over here, and now I'm up here.
I do that all the time. But we're excited about getting that in, and we're gonna we got to figure out the dates and whatever, but we're going to have Maddie as a guest here on the AMC show along with Frank and talk about some of those files that he's printing out. He puts out those
a lot of drag car stuff.
Yeah, a lot of drag car stuff. And I've got one of the chassis that Frank printed up for me, and these things are outstanding. Beautiful chassis.
Great. He's a great designer. So we're going to give a lot of you fine folks the little insight of what it takes to create these files that everybody's putting through their printers. So, Steve, that is a very good question. That'd be a question for Mr. Fred Henry. I know there was talk at one time about grouping all the USAC stuff together at Acme, but I do not know if that's going to happen or not.
As far as... And again, I'm talking out of turn because the correct answer is exactly what you just said, Jason. That is the correct answer. But I do know that there's a lot of people that were talking about doing that very thing, putting them all together. I know that that Acme wouldn't be against that. I just don't know that they're going to have a designated table for that because USAC and Acme are two different entities.
The neat thing with this year, the way the Acme profile is that the drag car is one of their themes and the 100 years of Mopar. So it's a little easier to gather a bunch of darts up that were USAC builds in, the Mopar section, but I really don't know. It'd be a great question for Mr. Fred Henry. That's for sure.
Absolutely. He normally comes in here on Thursday nights, but he's probably getting
He's been really busy. He's been busy. Yeah.
I do want to mention one thing about the collab between me and Frank and then with Maddie coming on. we're going to make this evidently clear on both of our videos, and we're going to talk about, we're not trying to sell these. Frank's not printing up files to be sold. I'm not building stuff to be sold. This is just what we're trying to do is, for those of you that have 3D printers, how these files behave, how they work, and Frank can go into all that part of it. And as a builder side of it, my job or my responsibility is to show how well they go together. Maybe there's some adjustments you can make. Maybe there's whatever. But the long and short of it is we will not be selling anything. If you want a Colts file from any of the people that we have on, you have to go to Colts and buy that file.
Yep. But I will say this too, is that if you're nice and if you had, say, an issue and you're going to pick Frank's brain with some questions on settings for a printer, he would definitely help you out.
I think that he would. I think that's exactly what he's looking to do. Give you at least his perspective. Yeah. How he does it. Everybody has their own way of doing everything. And the same way with the build side of it for me. This is how I build it. You can do whatever you want to do. Oh, but I know that look. Mr. Bruce has some company. And it looks like we're 16 minutes over our hour anyway. So we are definitely looks like it's time to go. But who wants to sign out first? Bruce, you want to go so you can let Wednesday
out? Thanks everybody for coming into the show tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you in the comments, in the chats, and all that awesome stuff. Do the like, share, subscribe thing. Thank you to my hosts, both of them, Mike and Jason. Appreciate you guys. Love you, man. See y'all next week.
No. Yes. Not next week, the week after, right?
Week after.
Week after. Okay, I'm sorry.
12th. We'll be back on the 12th, everybody.
All right.
See you later.
So, next person.
All right. I'll go next. So, again, thanks to all you fine folks being in the chat. We really, really appreciate all the support. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary here pretty soon. This has been a lot of fun. We're looking forward to the future, that's for sure. Again, thanks to Bruce, our great producer. Thanks to my co-host, Mikey. And we're going to try and get more people on here. I seen one here was Tim K. We would love to have Tim K on here as well. So we have a list of some people. Mikey's going to be doing some searching out and getting some folks lined out with some dates, and there'll be more to come. So thank you for everybody that's been supporting of the AMC show. Absolutely. And thanks to the sponsors of this program as well. So.
Absolutely. Just to follow up a little bit with what Jason said, I saw Tutal was in here, Tyler. I spoke to Jason, and we're definitely want to get you on here. We'll figure those dates out down the road, but definitely want to get you in here as well. Going to echo what Jason and Bruce said. Thank you to the chat. You guys are awesome. Without you guys, we would be just talking to ourselves, so we appreciate it. I do want to give a word of warning out. If Frankie does find the file for the rope coach, I will not be supporting that group build. I will not be a part of it.
I'll help host it.
If Frankie sends me a roach coach chassis and asks me to do a builder evaluation, I will not be doing that. But real quick shout out to some of our good friends that we love and adore, the Scale Model Car Podcast, Jason Hanscom and Matt Lucasy, dear friend of mine, Mr. BG, and of course Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot, and then of course the Model Insanity Podcast. You guys can find them on Spotify. Go check them out. They both have by the same name. They both have YouTube channels, so go check them out as well. Facebook channels, all under the same titles. And of course, you can find me at the Scale Model Outlaw, and you can find me here on Thursdays and Sundays. We do the Sunday builds thing. So everybody be cool, be safe, have fun, and as always, keep on modeling.
Peace out, everybody.
Big old thumbs up.